Welcome to Hot Picks, bringing you the top 5 bets to make this weekend. You know, we always have to start with the disclaimers. It's easy to say Manchester City or PSG will win each week, but the odds you get for it are not worth the risk when they do eventually end up losing or drawing a game. Here, I'm looking for the best value risk trade-off to maximize our profit. The second thing is, in-play betting is key to understand how both teams will set up and how the game is going, for both outright betting and both teams to score markets. Even if we look at the case of Fortuna Düsseldorf versus Sandhausen, which was one of my picks for both teams to score last week, within the first 15 minutes we saw that Sandhausen adopted a very defensive approach for this game, so both teams to score was a lot less likely. I appreciate my subscribers would also like some insights into pre-match betting research, but you should wait 15 minutes into the game to get an idea of how the game is going and get confirmation on your pre-game analysis. And with that done, let's get straight into the first pick. Under the Friday night lights, we've got Paderborn at home to Kaiserslautern in the German second division. Paderborn have scored a crazy 30 goals and conceded 12 goals in 10 home games this season. In their last 4 games, both teams to score has hit 3 out of the 4 times, although both teams to score has only hit 40% when playing similar strength opposition to Kaiserslautern. Kaiserslautern have scored 18 goals and conceded 11 goals in 10 away games this season. Both teams to score has hit 3 in the last 4 times, and when playing similar strength opposition to Paderborn, both teams to score has hit 67% of the time. Now, these are 2 good teams with a strong defensive record, but they've got an equally impressive, if not better, attacking record, with expected goals of 2.95 for Paderborn and 1.93 for Kaiserslautern. Will take both teams to score at odds of 1.61. Note, if you do wait 15 minutes, the odds should go up to 1.8. We'll stay in the German second division for our next pick with Magdeburg at home to St. Pauli. St. Pauli are usually a strong team in this division and have been fighting for promotion in previous seasons. However, this season, especially in the first half, St. Pauli have been very poor. However, they've seemed to have turned a corner in recent times, winning 3 of their last 4 games and drawing 1, with 2 of those wins coming against strong opposition. They've also got a strong defense with only 5 goals conceded in their last 6 games, with one of those games being a high goal scoring game with Karlsruhe, which ended 4-4. Also expect St. Pauli's dominance at set pieces to result in a goal, with Magdeburg conceding many goals from set pieces this season. Now, the risk here is St. Pauli's away record, with the second worst away record in the division, but much of that is due to their poor first half of the season. Magdeburg have won 1, drawn 1 and lost 2 in their last 4 games. They haven't won in their last 4 home games and have the worst home record in the division. The question here is whether St. Pauli really have turned a corner, and can they overcome their away record and claim the win here today? At odds of 2.15, I'm going to say yes. Okay, I think we're done in Germany. So for our third pick, we head over to Italy, Serie B, where we've got Parma at home to Ascoli. Parma have the 3rd best record in the division, winning 7, drawing 1 and losing 4, scoring 18 goals and conceding 11 goals in the process. Parma have won 2, drawn 1 and lost 1 in their last 4 games, but one of their wins came against a very strong Genoa side. Like last week with Cagliari, we're relying on the strong home advantage in this division. Ascoli have won 1, drawn 1 and lost 2 of their games in the last 4. However, in terms of general form, they are the 3rd worst team in the division. Their away record is mixed with 4 wins, 4 draws and 4 losses. But if we look more closely in their last 6 away games, they have 1 win, 2 draws and 3 losses. So with that, at odds of 1.8, we're going to go for the Parma win. For the 4th pick, we go to the French Ligue 1 with Brest at home to Monaco. Brest have been doing well recently in the league with 1 win, 4 draws and 1 loss in their last 6 games, with 6 goals scored and only 5 goals conceded. They have, however, only won 2 games at home this season. Their form is mixed with 1 win, 1 loss and 2 draws, but those 2 draws did come against Lens and Lyon, who are very strong opposition. Monaco have the 3rd best away record in the division, with 7 wins, 3 draws and 1 loss. They are unbeaten in their last 5 away games and unbeaten in 8 games overall. Monaco are great at creating and finishing scoring chances, with Wissam Ben Yedder and Bril Mbolo flying with 14 and 12 goals respectively. They will have played in the Europa League on Thursday night against Bayer Leverkusen, so expect some fatigue, but despite that, we're going to go with the away win at 1.8. And for the last pick, we come to the home of football in the English Premier League with Manchester United at home to Leicester. I expect Manchester United to dominate possession and Leicester to try and hit them on the counter. And after a tricky encounter on Thursday night against Barcelona, Leicester could exploit this and grab a goal. For both teams to score has hit in 3 out of the last 4 games, and especially for Leicester when playing away to strong opposition, both teams to score has hit every time. Manchester United's defensive record has improved under Ten Hag, and it's something we need to be wary of, but this is starting to look like the old Leicester, especially with James Maddison back in the lineup. Both teams to score here is 1.66, but I expect it to increase to 1.8 after 15 minutes. Remember, you've got to wait to see the first 10 to 15 minutes into a game to see how the teams have set up and how they're approaching the game. If you want to follow the bets that I place, I've got a dedicated Telegram channel where I post my picks as and when I make them. So to see whether I go ahead with these picks and for picks on more European leagues, follow the Football Bank on Telegram. Also, if you've made it this far, a special thank you, and I just want to add a extra safer bet that you could add to your accumulator or add to your existing single bet to make it into a high value double. Spezia versus Juventus. I think this is going to be a very low scoring game, and at odds of 1.33 for under 3.5 goals. I think that's great value. So add that with your existing bet and hopefully that comes in. Until next time, goodbye.